In the darkest corners of humanity, where faith twists into fanaticism, we find Chad Daybell, the self-proclaimed Doomsday prophet. Daybell, a man who once commanded the faith of his followers, used twisted ideologies to hold a grip over them. To the public, he portrayed himself as a devoted father and loving husband, a facade skillfully crafted to hide the chilling reality. But beneath this veneer of normalcy, a darker truth was concealed. As the world was none the wiser, a sinister plot was brewing beneath the Daybell household. The tranquility of a small town was shattered when two children, Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow, mysteriously vanished. The peaceful routine of life was disrupted in September 2023. Tylee Ryan, a feisty 17-year-old, and her little brother JJ Vallow, a cheerful 7-year-old with a contagious laugh, simply disappeared. Their absence was a haunting void, sending unsettling ripples through their tight-knit community. As days turned into weeks, local law enforcement began their search, their efforts intensifying with each passing day. But the puzzle pieces didn't seem to fit. The children's mother, Lori Vallow Daybell, and her husband, Chad Daybell, were strangely aloof, their behavior raising eyebrows and suspicion. Their vague and inconsistent accounts did little to alleviate the growing concern. In June 2024, a grim discovery was made. Beneath the tranquil surface of Daybell's property, a horrifying secret was unearthed. The remains of Tylee and JJ were found, turning a missing persons case into a chilling murder investigation. The community was left reeling, their worst fears confirmed. The focus of the investigation shifted, the spotlight now firmly on Lori Vallow Daybell and Chad Daybell. The couple who had once been part of their community was now seen in a chilling new light. The dark truth was beginning to unravel, and the Daybells were at the heart of it. The trial of Chad Daybell, the man who played God, was a 2-month spectacle that gripped the nation. A spectacle of chilling testimonies, grim evidence, and a man who remained unmoved throughout. The courtroom was a stage, with Daybell as the main actor. Every detail of his cruel acts laid bare for all to see. The evidence presented was overwhelming, painting a grim picture of a man who orchestrated the deaths of Tylee Ryan, JJ Vallow, and his first wife, Tammy Daybell. The testimonies heard were harrowing, each one a nail in the coffin of Daybell's defense. The prosecution team expertly pieced together the puzzle of Daybell's heinous acts, leaving the jury with no room for doubt. The jury, after painstakingly reviewing the evidence, found Daybell guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, a verdict that echoed the sentiments of a nation that had been watching this trial with bated breath. The sentencing was a moment of intense relief and satisfaction for the victims' families and law enforcement. After the horror they had been through, the verdict was a semblance of justice. The embrace outside the courthouse was not just a physical one, but a symbolic one, representing closure and unity in the face of such a monstrous act. The death sentence for Chad Daybell was more than a punishment for his crimes. It was a message that those who play God will face the consequences in the harshest way possible. After just under 8 hours of deliberation, the jury sentenced Chad Daybell to death, bringing an end to this tragic chapter. The case of Chad Daybell, the Doomsday prophet, serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface. Let's take a moment to reflect on the horrifying saga that unfolded. The inexplicable disappearance of 2 innocent children, followed by the shocking revelation of their demise and the subsequent conviction of their stepfather, Chad Daybell. The aftermath of the trial stirred a range of emotions within the community, from relief to heart-wrenching sorrow. The victims' families, after enduring a painful journey, found solace in the verdict, with the long embraces outside the courthouse echoing their collective sense of closure. In the end, justice was served, but not before the lives of 2 innocent children and a devoted wife were tragically cut short.